In this topic, I will be covering capital budgeting. The objectives for today's class are to understand the concept of capital budget, to understand the steps involved in the capital budgeting process, to understand the importance of capital budgeting in business, to define and understand capital budgeting techniques of payback period and discounted payback period, and to evaluate the rules of accepting or rejecting a project based on payback and discounted payback period. Now, what exactly is capital budgeting? Capital budgeting involves evaluation of and decisions about projects. So, which projects should be accepted? Here, our goal is to accept a project which maximizes the shareholder wealth. So, basically, a business has a lot of different projects that it might want to pursue, but it cannot pursue all of them. For example, a company must decide that whether they should open up a new factory in Pakistan or they should open up a new factory in India or in Bangladesh. They cannot open up three new factories maybe in three countries, and they just have to choose one location. So which project should they undertake? Which one should they choose? The objective of the business is to maximize shareholder wealth. So they will choose the project that they think will maximize shareholder wealth, which will have a positive impact on the share price. The benefits should be worth more than the cost. जाहिर सी बात है, इस तरह का प्रोजेक्ट तो नहीं करेंगे जहाँ पे कॉस्ट ज़्यादा है और बेनिफिट कम है. So only if a project is profitable, feasible enough will it be undertaken. So listing of the company's long-term investment plan. So basically, capital budgeting is dealing with long-term investment plans, and these can be, for example, investing in new building, equipment, land, maybe buying a new factory, making investment in new projects, or increasing the efficiency of the already purchased equipment and मशीनरी. बेसिकली आपके लॉन्ग टर्म फिक्स एसेट्स डिसीजन होते हैं, लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान्स होते हैं. सो द बिजनेस रियली नीड्स टू think it through. The capital budgeting process is a process that involves the following steps. Number one is identification of the identification of, this should be of capital investment project. So what are the different projects that are available to the business? That is step number one. So first, the business needs to identify the opportunities that they have. Then reviewing each and every available project based on costs and benefits using certain predefined measures. 3 is selecting the projects that optimize the company's profitability. And 4th is implementation and monitoring of the selected projects. Now, why is the capital budgeting important? It is important because it has a long-term impact on businesses' stability, growth, and success. So if you go wrong with the capital budgeting process, it may result in huge losses, and in some cases the company may even become bankrupt, because capital budgeting process, they involve huge amounts of money, and hence it is very important to make capital budgeting decisions very wisely. So usually the amount of investment that is going into a capital budgeting project is very huge. So if you make a loss, you can actually go bankrupt. Capital budgeting decisions are mostly irreversible. It's the same thing. Because they are so expensive, it is very difficult to reverse them. For example, if you have decided to set up a factory in Pakistan and you have already set up the factory, and then you realize, oh no, India would have been a better option for your company, but now you've already set up a company over here. It will be too expensive to move all of your equipment to another country. Capital budgeting decisions are very challenging and critical. Now these are the capital budgeting techniques that we will be studying in this chapter. In this video, in this lecture, I will be covering payback and discounted payback period. Moreover, you should know the classification of the projects. What does mutually exclusive and independent mean? Mutually exclusive means that you can accept one project only. So let's say if there is a choice of between three projects, project A, project B, and project C. If it is mutually exclusive, only one project can be selected. So you can only select maybe A if A is the most profitable one. So only one can be accepted from all of them. Whereas in independent, you can accept all profitable projects. So if A is profitable, B is profitable, C is profitable, you can accept all three of them if they are independent. So the decision is dependent from each other. As long as it is profitable, you can accept that project. ठीक है, तो म्यूचुअली एक्सक्लूसिव में आप सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक प्रोजेक्ट ही एक्सेप्ट कर सकते हो, वेराज अगर इंडिपेंडेंट हो तो जितने भी प्रोजेक्ट्स प्रॉफिटेबल हैं वो सारे के सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स एक्सेप्ट हो सकते हैं. Now, capital budgeting techniques, why are they important? Because you need to decide that which project is better. For example, Western Europe expansion, it requires a negative 250 investment. Time zero पे you can see the negative sign over here. And इसी तरीके से Southeast US में you can see a negative 50 at time zero. So in the first project you need to invest $250. The negative sign shows a cash outflow, यानी कि इतनी कि आपको investment करनी होगी. Once you have invested 250, then the positive cash flows would start to come. So this 35 is positive. There is no negative sign with it. This is a cash inflow. This is a cash outflow. And this is a cash inflow. So first year mein the inflow will be 35. Second year mein it will be 80. Third year will give you 130. Fourth year will give you 160. And fifth year will give you 175. So you have this project, and the second option that you have is to go for this project, which requires a little investment, an investment of 50. And later on it will give you a cash flow of 18 in year 1, cash flow of 22 in year 2, cash flow of 25 in year 3, and cash flow of 30 in year 4 and 32 in year 5. So you can see over here the investment is more and therefore the cash flows are more. Whereas over here your investment is less and therefore your cash inflows are even less. But which one amongst this is more better? You cannot just say that. You have some criteria, some techniques that help you with this regard. So the first technique that we're going to study is the payback period, which is the number of years needed to recover your initial outlay.